Hey there, let's talk about something really important. When you put content out there, have you ever stopped to think if everyone can actually use it? Today, we're going to dive into how to make your digital stuff truly inclusive. We'll break down the practical steps so that everything you create can be seen, heard, and understood by, well, everyone.
So let me ask you this, straight up. That last video you posted, or that blog you wrote, is it really open to everyone? I mean, everyone? It's a simple question, but man, it gets to the very core of what it means to communicate effectively.
And that is what accessibility is all about. It's not some checkbox you tick at the end. It's not just a technical fix. It's about intentionally making your work usable by as many people as you can, including people with disabilities. It's really about designing for inclusion right from the get-go.
Okay, so here's what we've got on tap. We'll cover why this matters, what you'll learn, then a super practical 7-step method. We'll see a quick example, and then talk about your next move. Ready? Let's do this.
All right, first things first, why even bother with all this? Why should accessibility be a top priority? Well, it turns out there's this really powerful dual benefit. Okay, so on one side, it's just the right thing to do, you know? It's an ethical thing. But it's not just that. It's also super practical. Good, accessible design actually makes the experience better for everybody. Think about it. Ever tried watching a video on the bus without headphones? You need those captions, right? So not only is it the right thing to do, but it also opens up your content to a much, much wider audience. So what are you going to get out of this? Let's be really clear about the skills you'll have in your back pocket by the time we're done. By the end of this, you're going to have a solid process for making accurate subtitles. You'll also have a go-to checklist for things like alt text and making sure your colors are readable. And you'll get why those official standards, like the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, or WCAG, are actually a really big deal. Okay, time to get our hands dirty. Let's get into the practical, how-to stuff. We've got it boiled down to a simple 7-step method. Think of it as your new accessibility toolkit. The first 3 steps, they're all about nailing your captions. So, step 1 is to transcribe your audio. You can totally use an automated service to get a first draft, but, and this is key, you've got to go back and manually fix the mistakes. Step 2, add important sounds. I'm talking about things like music or applause in brackets. It gives context to people who can't hear. And step 3, sync it up. You got to make sure the words pop up on screen at the exact moment they're said.
All right, moving on to the last 4 steps. Step 4, upload that caption file. You know, the SRT or VTT file. Step 5 is all about your images. You need to add alt text. That's just a short description of what's in the picture for people using screen readers. Step 6, check your color contrast. Is your text easy to read? And last but definitely not least, step 7, test everything. You can use online tools, but honestly, the best way is to get feedback from actual users with disabilities.
Okay, all this theory is fine and dandy, but what does it actually look like? Let's walk through a super quick example to see how all these pieces fit together.
All right, let's pretend you just made a short video. It's about, say, micro-volunteering. You've got someone talking, a little background music, and a couple of photos. So, how do we make this thing accessible?
Okay, let's use our 7-step method. First, we get the captions done and fix all the errors. Then we'd add a little note, like background music. For the pictures, we'd write some good alt text, something like a close-up of a hand giving a book to another person, symbolizing generosity. And of course, we double-check that our text is easy to read against the background. See? It's a pretty straightforward process once you know the steps. So there you have it. You've got the toolkit, you've seen how it works, so what now? The real goal here is to make this a habit, something you just do automatically as part of your process. And that's really the main takeaway. Try to apply these ideas to all your future content. When you make accessibility a habit, instead of just a one-time fix, you're making sure your message can consistently reach everyone. And isn't that the whole point? Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about rules or checklists, it's about people. The real impact you're having is measured by who you're able to include in the conversation. So, as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with one final thought for your next project. Who will you include next?